This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First night, of course, we are in the midst of that major storm, and it has dumped roughly a foot of snow in just in our immediate area, much more in other areas. And we're also dealing with massive power outages in some parts of the state.
So let's take a look at those outage numbers now. Versant Power showing roughly 11,000 customers without power, and some of the biggest concentrations being in Eastport, Stonington, and Gouldsboro.
So those numbers with Versant having gone up roughly just in the last hour or so. Things looking much worse on the CMP side, with more than around 317,000 customers without power. Cumberland County very hard hit right now with more than 103,000 customers without power, if any of you folks have family in that area. And in our area, Lincoln County has nearly 22,000 customers without power via CMP.
And with so many Mainers without power, restoration efforts are estimated to take days in some places. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with Maine's two major power companies to learn more.
Right now, we know we've gotten a lot of snow, we've gotten some wind, and that's expected to continue throughout the entire day today.
Maine's two power companies, CMP and Versant, are both experiencing major outages, with CMP experiencing over 300,000 customers without power around the peak of the storm, and Versant experiencing over 10,000 customers without power.
With extensive damage, we can't even get out there and work yet because the storm is still progressing through our area.
CMP and Versant both say this will be a multi-day restoration effort, with today focusing mainly on public safety situations.
Tomorrow is going to be a big day for restoration. So today the storm will progress throughout the day. We'll assess damage. We'll help first responders with those public safety issues. And then tomorrow we expect to be out in full force.
The biggest problem currently is that this is a heavy, wet snow falling on trees and power lines.
One of our head arborists said it's the worst snow loading on trees. That's when the snow builds up on branches. The worst snow loading that she has seen in her entire career.
Always like to remind folks that it's never safe to try and help clear any tree limbs or trees that have fallen that are in contact with the line. We have to make sure it's safe, so we have to come and de-energize that line before you come and make those repairs to your yard or clean up your yard.
Minor adds, if you do experience an outage, contact your power company, not 911.
In the previous storm, a lot of customers were calling 911 to report the outage. And you should only call 911 if there is a real emergency, if there's a fire, if there is an immediate danger. If you have a power outage, you can call us at 973-2000, or you can use the online tool to report your outage on our website.
In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Definitely an important reminder there. Meanwhile, crews over at Bangor International Airport have been working around the clock since the snow fell to ensure the safety of all travelers.
Our Grace Blanchard joins us now live from BIA. Grace, what's the latest?
Hey, Beth and Peter. Well, as you mentioned, maintenance crews have been working nonstop to ensure all runways are clear and safe for incoming and outbound aircrafts. Now, I spoke with the airport's director earlier today to find out what those efforts look like.
We have staff working on the field 24/7 to make sure that the runways and taxiways are clear.
The Bangor International Airport is always prepared for winter weather, even in April. Their storm prep begins long before the snow hits the ground.
Extremely important because, again, once we are able to clear the runways and surfaces, then we're able to receive aircraft. So that's the priority in order for us to keep us operational.
The airport's director says maintenance crews are being rotated day and night for plowing, de-icing, and more to ensure aircrafts land and depart safely and hopefully on time.
We have seen a number of delays and cancellations, but thankfully it has been somewhat minimal.
However, some travelers are still on edge, including Chris Worthman, who is hoping to catch Friday's Yankees game.
We traveled all the way from Canada to go to New York for the home opener tomorrow, so hopefully it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip for me, so hopefully we'll get there.
Airport officials say their top priority is safety.
Number one goal is obviously to keep a safe operation, and then at the same time making sure that we're meeting the needs of our tenants, air carriers, and try to continue the operation moving.
Now, the airport's director says they will be continuing to monitor the storm closely, and they recommend all travelers download your airline's app for all the latest in cancellations or delays, as they do expect more. At the Bangor International Airport, I'm Grace Blanchard. Beth and Peter, back to you.
All right, Grace, thank you. Well, along with widespread power outages, the storm, of course, also causing severe impact to travel conditions. According to Vanessa Corson, who is the communications director for MEMA, she says until the storm completely passes, important to note there, completely passes, drivers should stay off the roadways if at all possible and allow first responders and power crews to move about and do their jobs.
Strongly recommending that people do not travel during the storm and then give the plow trucks time to clear the roadways after the storm has passed. In the event that you absolutely have to travel, make sure you have your emergency car kit ready. That can include a blanket, a shovel, an ice scraper, a flashlight with batteries, and some water.
Corson adds during the storm, emergency rescuers might not be able to get to you right away, so something else to keep in mind.
Cleanup crews were prepared for today's storm, but it did put a temporary pause on their spring plans. Our David Ledford joined plow crews in Bangor as they tackled the storm.
Plows and salt spreaders hit the roads early Thursday in anticipation of the April nor'easter. Bangor's Director of Public Works, Aaron Hootery, says that's because planning starts long before the first snowflake hits the ground.
We went ahead and started pre-treating roads with a salt brine, and that just gives us a chance to stay ahead of the snow actually compacting and adhering to the pavement. We think our response to the storm has gone well because of that planning and preparation.
Prior to the storm, Hootery says the department was ready to look ahead to springtime projects.
The winter was absolutely not normal for our crews and not normal for the public, and we had kind of started looking ahead to the spring. We'd started planning out our paving projects, and here we are dealing with snow.
But they aren't the only ones who put their plans on hold because of the weather. Local landscapers say they didn't expect to still be doing snow removal this time of year because they would normally be transitioning to yard work.
We'd rather be doing some yard cleanup and doing some paving and getting stuff ready to roll for springtime. We thought we was, but Mother Nature had other plans for us.
Despite the change in plans, landscapers say the snowfall brings a welcome boost in business.
We was able to keep the guys all busy all winter, even though with the lack of snow, but we're making up for it in the last few weeks here.
Public Works expects to shift back to springtime projects as soon as the snow melts. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Alrighty, well, certainly some very compelling images coming in as part of the storm. Take a look at this picture we found on Bar Harbor and MDI Police Department's Facebook page. It really shows the strength of this storm. Now, as you can see, the public pier is literally on its side. Rope is keeping it from moving any further, but it shows the power of the wind and surf even on a day like today. On the coast, where they may not have had the high amounts of snowfall, but they did encounter rain and wind. According to the Post, the Mount Desert Harbor Master has been notified.
All right, well, you see it all the time in the news. Meteorologists and reporters sent out to track the storm in the field. One local business owner provided their own twist on the matter. Only in Maine. Our Doug Banks joins us from Bucksport tonight. Doug, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Beth and Peter. I'm in Bucksport right now outside the dairy port, where earlier today one man served up a one-of-a-kind weather report.
All right, yes, we're here on Main Street at the dairy port. It's a beautiful spring day here in Bucksport. Quite a few cars going by. Roads look okay, not too bad. Snow's coming down, which keeps your ice cream cold. And today we're going to measure how much snow we've got so far. So I have a measuring stick here. And looks like we've got right about a small amount of snow. Just perfect for a small amount of snow. And we'll be open till 8 o'clock tonight. Back to
Now, when he's not daylighting as the best weather reporter in Bucksport, Colin Meshi is the owner of the dairy port. Colin, that video has gotten a lot of views. Have you seen a lot of business here today?
Well, I'd say comparatively not a whole lot of business, but more than I expected, actually, on a day like today.
Yeah, it is a strange sight to see people coming up to get ice cream on a snowstorm, but I mean, it must be nice just to know that the community is out here and wanting to get an ice cream today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a fun thing to do on a day like today. You know, the last customers that just came said, I don't know if I've ever gotten ice cream in a blizzard. So, hey, they stopped and just were driving by, they stopped and grabbed an ice cream. So it's pretty fun.
Right. I mean, even when I got here, I was talking to a customer. He said, this is my first ice cream of the year. And I'm sure that there's, a lot of people's first ice creams of the year aren't that memorable. But, it feels like today, if this is your first ice cream, it's a pretty memorable one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Something to make memories with and enjoying the beautiful weather.
and what inspired you to do this video?
It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing. Yeah. I was just shoveling and I was looking at the amount of snow and I thought that's about the size of a small cone.
Well, I appreciate you giving the best weather report that I've seen today, so I appreciate that. Now back to you guys in the studio.
If we're going to put a silver lining on this, if you get an ice cream on a day like today, at least it's not going to melt all over your hand.
This is absolutely true. What a great story to tell as well. So glad to see that he still has some business on a day like today.
Yeah, I hope that cone didn't go to waste.
Yeah,
it just touched a little snow.
Just a little bit. That's fine.
I think I seriously hope it wasn't wasted.
Me too.
That looks like a chocolate twist too.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get
right
a
now.
first look at our forecast, the actual forecast.
Right.
All right, thank you very much. An interesting weather day across the entire area today. Once again, this is a winter storm warning for everybody tonight into tomorrow for a combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. It is primarily snow right now, but temperatures will rise a bit tonight, and more rain showers are back in the forecast for tomorrow. So again, the roads are a mess across much of the region. That rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow will continue through tomorrow, through probably Saturday morning into Saturday afternoon. Here it is now on radar. The darker blue colors are, of course, heavier or moderate snowfall across our area. Now, this will keep going tonight. Probably a couple breaks tomorrow morning, but that's about it. We'll keep the rain and snow going throughout the day tomorrow. And just look at this thing from space. You can see it's massive across the Great Lakes, northeast, all the way back into, has tropical ties still, back over toward Florida. So overall, quite a mess to get through this evening and throughout the day tomorrow. And the snowfall still looks something like this. Now, it's a long duration event, so a 3-day event through today, through tomorrow, and Saturday. The numbers look about like this, but keep in mind, there'll also be some water in here or rain as well, so that heavy, wet snow, tough to move around. Make sure you lift with your legs, and of course, not with your back. Okay, going forward, though, it's not just the rain and snow, it's also the wind, a northeast wind out there now, gusting near 30. You get that heavy, wet snow in the trees with those wind gusts near 40. Likely some power concerns tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, as the wind will finally come down a bit tomorrow evening, but then kind of crank back up again on Saturday. So our forecast then tonight, though, is rain and snow out there, heavy at times, with low temperatures down near 30. Your full forecast is coming up.
So here's hope everyone is staying safe, staying indoors if at all possible. Except for us, we came to work.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Everyone else stay home.
Some good advice there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have more local news coming right up. Stay with us.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
Berg Activewear has been serving our community since 1985. Visit our website at bergactivewear.com and shop our online store.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
911, what's your emergency?
A woman just glued herself to the driveway of the Bachelor Mansion.
Jesse?
Is the 911 team here for all the right reasons?
If we don't get lucky in the mansion, we might have a better chance at the fire station.
911, new tonight on ABC.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
New developments in a Bangor homicide investigation. Bangor police have arrested a suspect in a fatal shooting that happened early Tuesday morning on Highland Avenue. Detectives have arrested 20-year-old Olivia Babin of Bangor as a result of their investigation. Babin was charged with manslaughter and taken to the Penobscot County Jail. Police have also since identified the shooting victim as 24-year-old Daniel Ford Coates of Bangor. Police say Coates was pronounced dead at a local hospital after being found with a gunshot wound on Highland Avenue shortly after 4 a.m. on Tuesday. That investigation still ongoing.
All right, we have sports coming up next.
Stay with us.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Dear Savvy Traveler, airline food isn't what it used to be. I need to fuel up before I fly.
Dear Hangry, you can fill up before takeoff at Bangor International Airport. The Highlands Cafe has quick and casual. The Refueler Pub and Grill has heartier fare. And the Post Security Cafe, other side of TSA, offers a pick-me-up before wheels up. Bon appetit and bon voyage, Hangry. And remember, the savvy travel through Bangor International Airport. FlyBangor.com.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with some lacrosse. Hamden Academy boys lacrosse made their debut as a varsity program last year, and they're back for another shot in 2024 with equal enthusiasm and even more drive. Ryan Sudol has more.
They identify so heavily with it that it's part of who they are now, and they're able to make a name for Hamden.
Pretty good culture for a program in its infancy. Hamden Academy boys lacrosse is back for their second season and ready to make some noise.
We played some tough teams, and I think this year
similar schedule, and I think we're going to surprise some teams this year.
The Broncos went 6-8 in their inaugural year, and those 6 wins came from a type of chemistry and compete level rare for a team that new.
I was certainly able to just learn how to work with each other, trust each other, and how to win.
We might not have been as skilled as the other teams, but we played up to their level and we could compete with them. And it's just about putting in the work and doing what other teams aren't willing to do.
The Broncos struggled with penalties last year and are doing much better with just 1 penalty across their 3 scrimmages last weekend. That and an improved offense come from just relaxing.
People would get in our offensive zone and just want to shoot. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm here, I'm going to shoot. This year, it's more about control and let's take our time. Don't necessarily take the first shot, take the best shot.
But the biggest positive for this year is something that hasn't changed. Last year, 50 kids came out to play, and most of them are coming back.
I think it just shows how much the kids really love the sport, you know, like what us experienced guys showed to these younger guys, and just having them fall in love with the sport like we did.
Next stop, the playoffs. It would not just be a huge accomplishment for a team in its 2nd season, but for the region. It's rare to get 2 or even 1 Northern Maine team representing Class A.
Northern Maine is not what everyone makes it out to be. You know, we can compete with the South. It's about showing everyone what we're made of.
It's time to show what the greater Bangor area has for lacrosse. We need to be dealt with, and we're concerned.
In Hamden, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Let's go to the baseball diamond now. Beautiful baseball weather, right? Thankfully, the Red Sox starting their season on the West Coast, and just like the weather out there, Sox pretty hot to start the year. Despite the lack of spending in the offseason to add to basically a last-place team from 2023, Sox have began 2024 on a real high note. They are 5-2 right now in their first 7 games. They started in Seattle, split a 4-game series with the Mariners, with one of those losses coming in extra innings. They finished a sweep of the Oakland A's on Wednesday behind some great pitching from Nick Pivetta. And it hasn't just been Nick Pivetta. After the game, manager Alex Cora giving credit to the starting pitching for the team's early success.
You know, those 5 innings are very important. You know, we always talk about the bullpen, all of that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the bullpen is awesome in October. You can be creative and use guys in different spots. But for us to win series, to win the week and keep going, they got to go 5.
The Red Sox off Thursday, and then they take their 4-game win streak to the Los Angeles Angels on Friday night. First pitch at 9:40. That is all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, thank you. A very active radar across the entire state right now with rain, freezing rain, sleet, and some snow. More snow now, but there will be some rain mixing in tonight and, of course, throughout the day tomorrow as well. And just look at this thing from space. It is massive across our entire region. This thing still has tropical ties to it currently with lots of moisture flowing north. So overall, quite a bit of weather to get through tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. This thing is not going to end most likely until Sunday morning across our neck of the woods, so several more days now of wind, rain, and snow to get through. The wind is a factor today out of the northeast, gusting near 30, so you get what's going on, right? The heavy wet snow in the trees, you get wind gusts near 40 miles per hour. That's a lot of force in those trees, and thus the power concerns across the region for tonight. Now the winds will begin to die down a bit tomorrow morning and actually kind of pull back a bit tomorrow evening as well, followed by a resurgence of some wind getting here on Saturday into Sunday afternoon. So overall, a windy stretch of weather is on the way. The worst of it, though, is tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Let's walk it through. So here's this evening, 11 o'clock or so, a combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow across the area. Where it stays all snow, locally heavy snowfall is likely. Here's tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock or so, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. Where it stays all snow, locally heavy snow there. And then by tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock or so, still the same scenario, right? Rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow, although decreasing in intensity across the area then. And this will linger into Saturday and probably even Saturday evening before the whole thing kind of winds down on Sunday. A long duration event for us for sure, with a lot of weather yet to get through tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. And then here's Sunday evening, clear skies filling in. It's going to be perfect viewing weather for the eclipse on Monday. We got lucky, right? Monday's typical weather forecast is going to be probably partly cloudy skies with the high temperatures in the 50s. Until Until then, though, there is some snow yet to get through, a lot of it, right? When it's all said and done, so through today, through tomorrow into Saturday, a widespread 8 to 12-inch snowfall with greater amounts north and west of the Bangor area today and tonight. And then overall, here we go. We have our winter storm warning in effect for the area, pretty much for everybody, for that combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. This is your tax dollars saying, hey, it's going to be a mess out there. Be careful traveling tonight and tomorrow. Of course, temperatures are critical, below freezing this morning, but we got warmer, just above freezing for high temperatures, so there is some melt going on in some places, and also the snow is incredibly heavy and wet with those near freezing temperatures, difficult to move around for sure. And again, here is that eclipse forecast for us, looking really good for us on Monday with temperatures in the 50s and great viewing weather across our region. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is rain, snow, and wind out there. Low temperatures down near 32 for tomorrow. All right, so rain, snow, and wind again. More rain tomorrow than snow. Look for high temperatures near 37. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story. A mess tomorrow, a mess on a Saturday, quieting down on Sunday. A perfect day for us on Monday into Tuesday with temperatures in the 50s.
All right.
So another very messy day on the way tomorrow.
Or two.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
With features you won't find on CR-V, RAV4, or Forester, only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease a Tucson for $259 a month or get up to $1,250 retail bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
You're in the driver's seat. You choose what road to take. But soon, you'll be taking a back seat to big government because President Biden just banned most new gas-powered cars. They've made it clear it's their way or the highway, even if electric vehicles aren't right for you or your family. Call Senator King. Tell him to stop the car ban before it's too late. Don'tBanOurCars.com. Paid for by American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. Just like family, we offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
On April 8th, Maine will experience a total solar eclipse. ABC7 and Fox 22 will have team coverage throughout the day from Holton, Jackman, Millinocket, and Lincoln, and have a live special on ABC7 from 2 to 4 p.m. as the path of totality moves across our state. ABC7 and Fox 22 is your home for the Maine eclipse.
Eclipse coverage sponsored by Washington County Community College. Discover choices, create success.
With features you won't find on CR-V, RAV4, or Forester, only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease a Tucson for $259 a month or get up to $1,250 retail bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Well, at this point, just about everyone has a plan for viewing the solar eclipse on Monday, but when this storm was forecasted, it had some of us questioning our destinations. Well, here is a live look at Holton. The town square will be one busy place throughout the weekend and on Monday when the sun and moon cross paths. Officials there say that this storm won't affect any plans in their town.
It set back a few things in terms of putting some signage out and that sort of thing, but you know, we deal with snow. We know how to deal with snow. It's not going to be, it'll be a little hiccup.
Well, of course, ABC7 and Fox 22 is your destination for the solar eclipse 2024. We will have crews spread all over Maine to catch the best pictures and stories from Mainers as they watch this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Absolutely. So make sure to tune in on Monday to our special coverage beginning at 2 p.m. We're going to be all over the state, as you said, and it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a real party.
Yeah.
We're excited for sure.
Yeah.
In the meantime, folks, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. I'll see you right back here at 11.
Good night, everyone.